Ethiopia. Ethiopia was one of the first Christian countries in the whole world, maybe the very first. In those days, Christians were often attacked for their beliefs. So many churches in Ethiopia were built in safe places in the high mountains, places that were hard to get to. Some are carved into underground rocks and others built so high up in the cliffs that you have to climb to reach them. Inside, they are painted with huge, beautiful, and bright murals of Christian saints, kings, apostles, and angels. In the 1880s, European countries seized all of Africa except Ethiopia. This inspired other African countries when they began their long fight for independence, and it has inspired Raffaterians too. They took their name from Ethiopia's last emperor, Ras Tafera. It is thought that coffee first came from Ethiopia, and from there, the habit of drinking it spread all over the world. Meet my cousin Michelle. She lives in Hawaii. Last year, Michelle had the opportunity to travel to Ethiopia, and she wanted to share some facts with us. It rains a lot. Ethiopia's national water supply is completely dependent on rain. Michelle went to Ethiopia with Egyptians. It doesn't rain much in Egypt, so they'd never seen rain like this before. They were very excited just walking through the rain.
Yamilik, what are you doing?
Habesha is the traditional Ethiopian dress for women. It's a beautiful dress usually made of white linen, but sometimes different colors, with intricate embroidery on the ends. Coffee was actually discovered in Ethiopia, so it's a huge part of their culture. Multiple times a day, or whenever guests come over, Ethiopians have something called a coffee ceremony. First, everyone gathers around the little coal fire and begin by roasting the green coffee beans over the fire. After the beans are roasted, they are ground by hand. No fancy machines out there. While the beans are being ground, popcorn is cooked over the fire to eat and enjoy during the ceremony. Once the beans are ground, it's time to brew the coffee. They add the coffee grounds to a pitcher of water and let it boil until the coffee is done. This whole process takes over an hour. It's a time to connect with family and friends, talk about life, share stories, and have quality time with each other. Here is Michelle grounding her own coffee and enjoying a coffee ceremony.
Ooh, you hear that crunch? That's how you know it's good.
This is injera. It is the staple food of Ethiopia. It's a flatbread with a spongy texture with a sour flavor. Injera is eaten with every meal in Ethiopia.
Bravo! واو
اشطر من انجن كمان.
يا سمعان على فكرة.
يعني انا بقولها بصوت واطي.
على فكرة نينجا اشطر من على فكرة. بنتي يا بنتي. انا اللي مليانه.
Okay, I think you're done. Many خلاص.
No.
Wow.
برافو. That's what those are for.
Wow.
برافو يا جاني.
Oh my gosh.
سلكيها من هناك يا مالي. من الطرف من هناك.
مكسور.
يا
هو
ماني
مكسور.
انا بدي العب يا ماني.
مفيش مشكلة يا مارك، نتعلم المرة الجاية.
واو. انتي اثيوبيان.
وانا بديت
واو. برافو.
Kenya. Kenya is famous for its lions, elephants, giraffes, zebras, rhinoceroses, and hippopotamuses, but its city life is as wild and wonderful as its wildlife. In the crowded streets of the capital, Nairobi, people of African, Indian, Chinese, Arabic, and European descent hustle and bustle in and out of shopping malls, jumping on and off of the colorful buses, chatting into their phones, or doing their online banking. The country of Kenya is named after its tallest mountain, Mount Kenya. Kenya is thought to mean God's resting place. Nairobi is right on the edge of Nairobi National Park. Only a powerful electric fence stops the animals roaming the city streets. The giraffes in the park have a good view of the skyscrapers downtown, and in the city you really can see giraffes on the horizon. Madagascar. Madagascar is an island that broke away from Africa and into the Indian Ocean 88 million years ago. There are 200,000 species of animals there, and about 80% of them cannot be found anywhere else on the planet. There are chameleons as big as cats, geckos that look like dead leaves, and some of the frogs are the color of tomatoes. There were no people on Madagascar when the island broke away. The first people to arrive came from Indonesia and Malaysia. Even now, the food, languages, and customs of Madagascar are mostly Southeast Asian. Humpback whales came to the coast of Madagascar to breed. It is one of the best places in the whole world for watching them jump and listening to them sing. Today we are going to do our Legend of Africa and our Map of Africa. Country number 14 is Ethiopia. And the capital city is Addis Ababa. The puzzle piece is green. Country number 15 is Kenya. The capital city of Kenya is Nairobi. The puzzle piece is gray. And our last country for today is Madagascar. And the capital city is Antananarivo. The puzzle piece is pink. The capital city from Madagascar is very hard to pronounce. I would challenge you to try and find the pronunciation on the computer and try it yourself at home. Now we need to do our map of Africa. Ethiopia is number 14, and it is this country right here. We are going to outline the outside nice and hard, making sure that we are staying inside our country. And now we are going to shade the inside. The reason that we shade is so that we can still see our number 14. Kenya is right underneath Ethiopia, and we are going to label that 15. We take our gray pencil crown, we trace the outside, and lightly shade the inside. Lastly, we have Madagascar, which is number 16, and it is this island right here. We take our pink pencil crown and we trace the outside, and we shade the inside. Now you are done your 3 countries for today.